I don't dream about the bomb anymore. I dream about the waiting. About a tiny room and a Geiger counter. The radiation I'd taken, nobody could survive. Nobody. The walking ghost phase, they call it. When you feel like you're still healthy, like you're not already dead. But death was coming, lumbering toward me. Slow, painful. And that damn Geiger counter kept hissing and crackling at me. Laughing at me. It wouldn't shut up. It wouldn't leave me alone. It wouldn't leave me alone. Did I say that out loud? Doesn't matter. The bus is mostly empty. Nobody to give a fitfully sleeping stranger a second look. But I've had the same dream 3 nights running now. There's probably a message there. I should stop sleeping, or at least stop sleeping at night. The night is his time. The bus pulls into the stop. A small town, I don't even catch the name, but there's an itch in my skull and my seat is no longer comfortable. Message received. My name is Bruce Banner, and my life is very simple. I don't own things. The clothes on my back I'll keep as long as I can, but they won't last. They never do. Any money I earn, beg, or steal is used up quickly, if it's not abandoned with my clothes. Bus tickets, a bed and a shower when I can afford them. A hot meal now and then. Simple pleasures. 2 eggs, sunny side up. Thank you. Smells good. Salt on the white, pepper on the yolk, lingering gold oozing on the tongue. My 5 senses are all I truly have. I try to appreciate them. What would my old therapist Leonard Sampson say to this, I wonder? Bruce Banner, sensual being, that would make the subconscious, repressed mind the domain of the intuition, unscientific thought, mysticism and magical thinking. Gut feelings and hunches. I haven't spoken to Leonard in a while. Does he know I'm alive? Does Betty? I should call. I will. I'll pick up the phone as soon as I'm ready. But for now, my life is very simple. I walk the earth and I look for ways to use the power inside me. Ways to use him to bring a measure of justice into this world. Ways to atone for my sins. Unfortunately, I'm starting to get noticed. A reporter named McGee put me on the front page of the Arizona Herald. Now everyone's asking questions. Is Bruce Banner alive? Are they covering it up? And so on. It's a matter of time before someone of authority decides they have to wait. The local paper. The itch is back, buzzing in my skull. Intrusive. A hunch. A gut feeling. I decide to ask some questions. Yeah, the mayor's right. Seriously, it's nothing. Just a, what do you call it, statistical thing or something. I'll tell you what it is. It's grief. Ah, don't start, Roy. I'm telling you, I know 4 people fell to this thing. Same pattern all around. They lose someone, they bury them. They fall into grief. Then the sickness comes to them, like a chain of sickness. A chain of grief. Whole town will be grieving pretty soon. Then what? It's this theory he's got. You shouldn't bug the clientele with that stuff, Roy. When do you think it started? This chain of grief. Well, now that's easy. When the Fry boy died. Woman, when that boy died, something dark landed on this town. I'm telling you. The Fry boy? Del Fry, prom king, star quarterback. I mean, basically, he was the college team. Woman. Hang on, I've got a photo somewhere. That's him. How did he die? Embolism or something? Just keeled over and died. Nice kid, I mean, he had looks. He was everybody's hero. The whole town loved him, but he never let it go to his head. He was rich, too. His father was a doctor, invented something, or made it better, something like that. What was it? Some kind of medical treatment, cancer treatment. Man, radiation treatment. The itch returns, focused on a single point, right where the arrow went in. Man. I once asked an acquaintance of mine to fire a special arrow through my skull and into my brain. It was a complex situation. I'll spare you the fine details. I'd have requested something less lethal, but I wanted to know. I wanted to know if I could die. Anyway, the arrow did a lot of damage, and I'm not sure it all healed. That part eludes me. I'm still intelligent, still a nuclear physicist, but what I was capable of, wearable force fields, puzzle boxes that define genius itself, I think he's smarter than me now. I can feel him, the itch, the hunch, impatient, angry, guiding me through the puzzle box, the clues. A chain of grief, a mysterious sickness that begins with burying the dead. Man at the gravestone. And it started here. There's something in this place. In the air and soil, something I recognize. Something I don't want to. Oh no. No. Something that's part of me. Gamma radiation emanating from that grave. Anyone visiting here is in danger. Acute radiation syndrome. It looked like the flu at first. Food poisoning. But then the white blood cells die off, your immune system shuts down. It's called the walking ghost phase. No, I don't have exact readings. I told you I can't give my name. They don't believe me. Why would they? I'm some idiot calling from a payphone. And the EPA won't send a radiological emergency response team for just anyone. Fine. You want my name? My name is Robert Bruce Banner. That gets their attention. They tell me to wait by the phone. But I have places to be. He saw it on the way in, of course. A flash of green on a distant mountain, just for a second. I thought it was a trick of the light, but he knew it was something else. Something to investigate. He's a lot smarter than me, especially now that the sun's going down. The night is his time. There, that cave. Well off the beaten path. I doubt anyone would stumble across it if they weren't looking. But then again, I could be wrong. Ah, Dr. Fry, I presume. I'm so sorry, but I can't let anyone find me.
Some time ago, I asked an acquaintance to shoot me with a specific arrow to find out if I could die. Panel 2. And I'm sorry, Panel 3. But he can't. Panel 4. Get off.
Oh my god. You're him? You're Dr. Banner? Are you trying to piss me off? Your kid, what was his name, Delp? It started with him, didn't it? And don't lie, Fry, I can smell a liar. I was afraid of death. It's strange, I never really thought about death until after Claire died, my wife. I thought about where she might be, the afterlife I'd been taught to accept, and I couldn't imagine it. I just couldn't. And I began to think about what death really was. An unimaginable absence, a total cessation of being. All the joys of touch and taste and smell, of thought, even the memory of thought, gutturally. It was like staring into some terrifying abyss. And my son, my perfect son, was he at the edge of that abyss as well? Condemned to nothing? I threw myself into work, my work based on your work. Everyone saw you as a cautionary tale, not to me, you. You were a promise of hope. A man death could not claim. I made some minor improvements to conventional cancer treatments. That was good, useful work. It paid the bills. But the real work, that I kept to myself. Human testing began with me, and it went perfectly. A month after the initial injection, I felt 10 years younger, with a gamma-powered healing factor and no side effects. So then you gave some to your son. I had to. He was going pro, and the injuries you get playing football, concussions, brain damage, I couldn't wait. Dad, you'll feel dizzy for a moment, but it passes. Dad, I can see. Delp? I can see a door. A green door. And there's someone looking through it. It's below us. Herc! Panel 2, I'll get, help me. Somebody help. Del, hold on. Below, everything. Panel 4, Del? But he was already dead in seconds. It was seen as a random tragedy. I burned the serum, destroyed my notes. Nobody suspected. I didn't have the courage to confess. Panel 6. Character 2. I couldn't talk to anyone. Couldn't look at anyone. Couldn't leave the house. Panel 7. So when the change started, I was the only one who saw. Yeah, I got it from here. You hid in the middle of nowhere, and in between offing anyone who found you, you've been sitting here wondering why. Panel 2. Don't ask me about the science. Science is the other guy. Maybe you built up a tolerance. All that gamma work. You didn't get the full effect until too late. Your own walking ghost phase. Panel 3. Me, I look for irony. You're afraid of death. Now you are death. 4. You love your son. You put him in a grave. Oh god. Yeah, now you get it. He's radioactive. Just like you are, Fry. Daddy's little boy. And 6 feet of earth isn't enough to contain that. Everyone who gets in range to mourn could walk away with a fatal dose. Walking ghosts. And then someone has to mourn them. A chain of grief. How many, Dr. Fry? How many because you were scared? Please, I made mistakes, but I don't want to die. Is that so? Well, you made your bed, Fry. Time to lie in it.